Hi guys, it's Wombat, and today I'm going to show you my first map combo for ETS2 1.35, the experimental beta. To be completely honest, this is not the map combo that I wish I was releasing, for two reasons. The first reason is that the Rusmap version I'm using here is my own version of Rusmap, the one that I created for my long haul combo. I can't use Sergei 061's Rusmap because it crashes in, among other cities, St. Petersburg. And the reason it's crashing in St. Petersburg is of course because it was created for 134, and apparently SCS have made some changes to St. Petersburg, which Sergei 061's Rusmap files are part of. He merged the original Rusmap St. Petersburg with the original St. Petersburg from the Baltics DLC. So now that they have made changes, SCS to St. Petersburg, it doesn't work. So we have to go for the second best thing, because there is no other options as of recording than to go with my version, which only includes 3 Rusmap cities in the eastern parts of Rusmap. It's just 3 cities that allows you to haul from southern region to Great Steppe. It's basically a road connection. So we basically don't have a Rusmap on this map combo. This will of course be fixed over time, but right now we don't have the Rusmap I wish we had. But we have a ton of other map mods. We have the Antarctica map, we have PJ Indo, we have Afromap, Canada map, Swedish Islands, Russian open spaces, Southern region, Great Steppe, YKSRSK, Romania extended, and a few others as well. But there is also another reason this isn't what I wanted to release, and that is that this one has a brand new requirement. A requirement I never had to bring up before. Well, of course, you have to have all the 5 map DLCs. That's a must. But that is not the new requirement. The new requirement is that you have to have either OpenGL or preferably DirectX 9. The map combo doesn't work with DirectX 11. That's the new thing. We have to consider DirectX versions now. So using DirectX 11, this one will absolutely, definitely crash. You might be able to load it. To be honest, I haven't even bothered checking that to see if this combo actually loads. I think it does, but you won't be able to haul anywhere. It will crash 100%. So DX9 is required. But with that said, let's have a look at the map. So here is the map, and we have Swedish Islands here. We have Afromap, PJ Indo, Antarctica. We have Canada, as well as Romania extended 2.0, sorry 2.1. 2.0 do not work with this load order. We also have YKSRSK 1.6. We have Southern region, the road connection between Southern region and YKSRSK. We have the Great Steppe and the road connection between Great Steppe and YKSRSK, as well as my tiny little, more like a road connection between Southern region and Great Steppe. We also have the road connection between the Great Steppe and Ross, and of course Russian open spaces up here. Someone needs to make this a 1:19 scale map, please. with support for DirectX 11. So here is the load order, and at the very bottom we have Antarctica map 0.8 map and def file, PJ Indo, Afromap, Canada. In your case this might just say map 1 and def. I renamed the two files so that it is easier to see what it is. A map called just map doesn't say much, does it? So I did my own renaming, that's why it looks a little bit different than yours might. We then have the YKS team EU Turkey map model 2 as listed here, model 1. Map and def file, we're not going to use them. We have Southern Region map, model 3, 2, 1, def and map. Gukovo, I might not have mentioned that during my walkthrough of the different map mods we have. This is the add-on map for Southern Region. We have the Great Steppe model, map, def. Rusmap model 2, model, map and def. The map and def are not the original ones, they are my own creation. The def and map file that you download together with model and model 2 needs to be replaced with my def and map file. We then have Romania Extended 2.1, file number 4, 3, 2 and 1. We have YKSRSK 1.6, the YKSRSK to Southern Region map road connection version 2.1. There is also the original one by Arayas, you can use either that or this one. We have the Great Steppe to YKSRSK road connection, followed by Russian open spaces model, map, spaces, vehicle and vehicle truck. Finally we have the Ross to the Great Steppe road connection, the Swedish Islands, dOOmERdaZe SCS Base Map with background, and finally at the top Arayas SuperZoom standard. So there you have it. As always with any map combo, and especially this one for 135, if it doesn't work right out of the box, remove any other mods you might have on your profile and make sure that the profile then works before you add the map combo. If it still doesn't work, create a new profile and just add the combo and nothing else, and see if that works. And if it does, you are free to load whatever other mods you want to use as well. But I've seen a lot of problems with the simplest of mods. I saw a cargo mod that disabled the GPS and PC in my Scania truck, for instance. It is absolutely ridiculous what kind of mods can affect other things. So be careful adding other mods as well, especially since this is the experimental beta. And be aware that the profile you use for this on 135, the experimental beta, might not work once 135 goes final, might not even work in the next version of the experimental beta. Things might happen that causes the entire profile to be lost forever. That's just the nature of experimental betas. I will keep you posted on updates that allows us to use other mods or maps with this setup. For instance, EAA should have been there, perhaps. EAA doesn't as of recording work with 135. Of course, the better version of Rusmap by Sergey or possibly with someone else. There are at least a couple of other versions in the making. As soon as any of those works, I'll post an update so that we can have a proper Rusmap included instead. What else is there? Well, that's possibly all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe as well. Don't forget to click the bell button to get notifications whenever I release a new video, which I currently do every single day, it feels like. My intention is to produce at least a couple of videos per week. And finally, feel free to share all my videos on your social medias. It inspires me, and I'm humbled and very grateful when you do. And thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.